Yes, you've seen the title, and no, this video isn't clickbait by any means. I have been in this world that you're looking at for literally the last 211 days straight, and not a lot has changed. But let me just tell you how we got here, because I think it's really important to think about. Yes, 211 days, that's a long time to commit. But day one, when we started this, well, it certainly didn't look like this. You see, even this point never looked like this. We didn't have anything on the back of the wall. We had no art. We had nothing going on. Heck, both TikTok and YouTube were both wool at this point. But when I started this, I feel like I need to talk about really what happened and where we came from. And so bear with me for a little bit as we kind of go on a long essay and we just do a reflective of what was going on for the last 211 days, why I did it, and maybe what I'm going to plan on doing in the future with this channel and anything else going forward. You see, I started this challenge because what I was doing before was I was actually doing some version of Minecraft stuff, more so memes, edits, etc., but nothing too crazy. And after a while, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, so I took some time off and just didn't worry about the grind or the hustle or whatever. And then at some point, I came across this idea or concept of what if I created somewhat of a fun challenge for two different platforms, TikTok and YouTube, to go ahead and compete against each other and just see who could reach the top. Because you had seen plenty of these other types of challenges of, you know, my professor doesn't think I can beat a marketing thing in X amount of followers, or I only have so many days. And I thought, that's cheesy, that's silly, but what if we actually had real stakes to it, right? A real reason to actually follow outside of just being a meme. And well, that's where the concept came up. Now, the first video I ever did, it was bad. It really was. I had a concept in my head of like, hey, I could do this, have a similar intro, and then I could come through every night, every morning, and do this block counting and be done with it. And as time went on, for 211 days, you notice that I obviously changed my approach. I changed intros. I will be adding one block for every 100 followers on TikTok. I will be adding one block for every 100 followers on TikTok or every 100 subs on YouTube. TikTok versus YouTube. TikTok versus YouTube, where I'll be adding one block for every 100 follows on TikTok. Welcome to month 2, and we're still adding one block for every 100 follows on TikTok. I was trying a lot of different things to see if I could just get a better sticking video. And soon I realized it's not that simple. It really isn't that simple. Doing content creation isn't easy, and it's not just something you can pick up one day and it works. Now, it's no surprise, right, as we look at the retrospective, how did the challenges go here? Well, YouTube was slow and steady, and TikTok, well, TikTok just took off. And that was like within day 30, 35, that's when it really popped off. And we're talking 10,000, 15,000 additional followers in a couple days. And the morale was super low. Everyone in YouTube land was very like, oh, it's over. And honestly, I thought it was over too. I really did. I just expected, hey, at this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to just see this be done. I was preparing for my next thing. What am I doing next? But boy, was I wrong, because that was a long time ago in retrospect. Now, many of you have maybe been here for a long time or for a short time, but I just want to say right now, I appreciate anyone who's came by and hung out and stuck through it. It's been a long journey. It's been a long journey for me as well. I am not going to lie and say I'm not thrilled that I don't have to have this obligation to finally do something every night, every morning, because I have been planning my whole days and lives around it for the last 200 something days, and that's really no fun. And I do feel like it's a little bit of a disservice to some of you that I actually haven't really thought about what I'm going to do next, because truly I have been exhausted from this a little bit, and I'm looking forward to not having to think about doing some type of content creation, long form, short form, whatever it be, outside of my stream for the first time in 200 days. And obviously this brings me to the second point of, what am I planning on doing after this? Well, I will commit to this obvious long form video that you're maybe watching right now, but also planning on doing some version of a live stream on YouTube on the 12th of January here on a Sunday. So when this video drops here in a day or two, you'll see from a week from that point on, we will be likely going live doing some hardcore playthrough. Now, I am not good at Minecraft. There's a reason why I was doing short form content that was very simple and basic and easy, because I know my limitations and I'm not good. So if you want to enjoy and watch someone really struggle in a hardcore version of a game that they're already bad at, feel free to stop by. But the third point is, what am I going to do after that live stream? What are we going to do with this channel? And I don't have an honest answer for you. I really am going to take some time, probably think about what I want this channel to be, what I want it to do, if you see me outside of this channel on my Twitch, you know I play Slay the Spire. That is my main game. Slay the Spire 2 is also coming out this year, so I'm going to have a large focus point on that game. That is my bread and butter. That is what I'm good at, hypothetically good at, and that's generally the game that I focus on in the community I have around me. Now, I enjoy Minecraft, don't get me wrong, and there's content in Minecraft that I probably could find fun that isn't just survival mode in a world and doing something else, so we'll see, but for now, I wouldn't expect too much out of me, and if you have any great ideas as well, I'm always open to hearing out what you got to do. But now that I've talked a little bit about like the journey and how we got here, I think it's really important to talk about almost some of the positives that this 211-day journey has given me. One, I actually am new to content creation in general, right? I have officially kind of hit my 1-year mark where I've gotten serious, I guess you could say, about it, more so just doing it for the first time, and me right now to me a year ago is significantly different in not only just my ability to maybe speak to no one in the room around me into a microphone, but also just figuring out ways to edit better, ways to do things better, make my workflow more efficient and better. And I think with every step of learning new things along the way, thanks to this challenge, honestly, it's just going to make my long-term content better in general. So yes, 211 days was a really long time. It was maybe longer than I expected. And I had a friend who even said, what are you going to do if this goes on for forever? And I said, there's no way. Joke's on me, I would guess I say at this point. But I've learned a lot, and I think it's been really, really valuable. And I appreciate seeing a lot of the similar names in the comments, both on TikTok and YouTube. You don't go unnoticed, that's for sure. I definitely remember you, and I appreciate you all for coming back every day. But enough of me rambling on in a long-form video talking about all the silly things and the thoughts that I have been thinking for the last 3-4 months and just getting them out there. Once again, you know, YouTube, you did it. You finally came back after all this time, 100+ blocks down at one point, and you persevered. So congratulations to you, and congratulations to TikTok, I would say, for putting up a good fight for at least 30-40 days. But until then, I appreciate you all for hanging out. Maybe I see you on this live stream here coming up on this next Sunday. If not, that's okay. And maybe I see you again on this channel, another channel, or even in my Twitch live stream. It doesn't matter to me, but regardless of how you got here, I'm glad you are here, and thank you for stopping by.